All right, so hello everyone. I'm Chris. This is Taire. We're back with another Time to Nerd Up. And today, what are we going to talk about?
We're going to talk about the Arrowverse crossover.
Mm-hmm. Massive DC crossover we had, the Infinite Earths crossover on the Arrowverse.
Holy Jack in the Box.
They brought everyone in. It was a good time. I've watched it. I watched it the day it came out. I think I've watched it 3 or 4 times since then. I gave it to you for homework.
And I watched all, 5 or 6 episodes?
Yes.
I wasn't really that impressed.
That's why he's stupid.
It was like a dollar store version of Marvel.
Okay, so the reason this was so good, we've got the little teaser trailer. We're going to show you that, let you see it. For those of you who have not seen it, spoilers, we're going to be talking about a lot of stuff. Go ahead and push play. Oliver and Barry out having a drink.
I haven't seen
Wishful thinking.
everything around it, but it seems like they were
I
pretty
just came
decent
from
friends
Arkham.
from what I can.
Tell me this deranged doctor of yours isn't going to be a bigger problem.
Deacon?
So from what I understand, these two are pretty good friends.
When Arrow came out, Barry Allen had a guest spot on there. He shows up as a CSI. He wasn't the Flash yet, so he was just kind of hanging out. Figured out Oliver's Green Arrow, gets in with Felicity and his whole group, and then later on, when they create the Flash show, when Barry gets his speed, the first thing he does is run over and visit Oliver and ask Oliver for advice on what he should do. Should he be a hero? And Oliver takes it from there, and then they've been doing these smaller crossovers all the way up to leading to this, which is the larger crossover. But yeah, they have turned out to be decent friends. This is actually the end of the last crossover. They had just beat the Monitor, and Deegan had the Book of Destiny. He rewrites everything, and Oliver makes a deal with the Monitor to save Barry and Supergirl because they were supposed to die. So he makes this deal that all leads into the next episode. So we've been waiting for a season and a half for this crisis to finally unfold, and that's what we have now.
Why?
Because I hear he's made a friend.
Don't worry, Doctor.
So there's
Everything
Deegan.
is as it should be. The stage is set. Worlds will live. Worlds will die.
This thing starts off really hot, with worlds getting destroyed at the very beginning.
They show you the old Robin from the 70s Batman show. He's standing there. His world just gets obliterated.
Holy crimson skies of death!
That's what they're basically talking about here is even though Deegan failed, his failure made the Monitor want Earth 1 to be where the final battle was going to go down. So, yeah, they just start wiping everything out. The infinite worlds, one by one, start dying at the beginning of this.
And the universe will never be the same.
So that sets up the whole going into this final crisis. Anybody that's been watching The Flash, you've noticed that there's a newspaper clipping in the time vault that Barry keeps looking at. It says Flash vanishes in crisis. And now that date has changed to 2019. It was, I think, 2024, and then it's changed again, and now it's 2019. So right after this, everything Barry's doing in the show from now on is preparing his team Cisco and everybody else for the crisis and for him to eventually not be on the show anymore. So that's where this trailer leads us up to. But what's great about this crossover is they went really big on this, and they went and got actors like Tom Welling, who was in Smallville. He actually reprised his role as Superman. And they even got, I can't think of her name, but she played the Lois Lane on that show. She came back. They were married on the show. They were having a good time. They brought in Brandon Roth as Superman. Now, the cool thing about his Superman is it's the same Superman from his movie. So the Brandon Roth Superman Returns movie, he's playing that same character.
But on the Kingdom Come.
Yeah, he's older. He's lost everything. And Lois is dead on his planet. Like, crazy things have happened. And he comes back. And then seeing Brandon Roth as Superman standing next to the guy that they have playing Superman, there's a huge size difference.
Yeah, it was pretty funny to see them.
Yeah, but seeing Brandon Roth reprise his Superman role, like, I would watch a Kingdom Come Superman movie with him as Superman. I think he's a much better Superman than people gave him credit for. They also brought in Kevin Conroy, who is the voice for most of the Batman stuff we know from, like, the animated series. He plays Batman, which was great. And they bring in just loads of other people. They finally brought Black Lightning over. This was the first time he was part of the crossover. It was just a massive event that they did, and I think they handled it pretty well. I mean, to have that many characters, you've got Batwoman, you got Green Arrow, you got Flash, you've got all the legends, then you have Black Lightning, and to give them all equal time, it worked out really well.
I think, didn't they tease Green Lanterns also, if I'm not mistaken?
Yeah, so in this one that we just watched the trailer for, John Wesley Shipp comes running to Earth 1, and he is Barry Allen from a different Earth. When he gets there, John Diggle's standing with Barry and Oliver, and he says, "John, where's your ring?" And everybody was kind of like, "What? We don't understand that." So now, at the end, where they're leaning towards John Diggle being a Green Lantern, which would be cool. I think Warner Brothers and the CW have come out and said that they have no interest in doing a Green Lantern TV show. Kind of sucks. Would be nice to see. But if you look at John Diggle, if you've watched the show, John Diggle basically is Jon Stewart. You basically have John Diggle right there. Throw him in some green spandex, just don't CGI it, and you'd be good to go.
Yeah, the other movie was with
was a masterpiece given to us by God. Okay, you shut your whore mouth. That movie was phenomenal.
I don't believe.
So, for those of you who haven't watched the crossover, spoilers coming ahead. Basically, everyone dies. You see Kevin Conroy. He is supposed to be like one of the people they go to. He's given up on Earth, on his Earth. It's basically the Darkest Night Earth, where he's in a suit, a metal suit. He's killed Superman on his Earth, or he's fighting Superman. He's given up, and Batgirl kills him. Takes the kryptonite in case she needs it for Supergirl. Oliver dies, winds up becoming the Spectre, which is a great character for him. Then you have John Wesley Shipp comes back as Barry Allen again. He steps in, sacrifices himself so that our Barry can live. You find out that during this scene that we just saw, Oliver made a deal with the Monitor to sacrifice himself instead of Barry and Kara. So they find out that he made a deal with the devil, basically. Oliver winds up becoming the Spectre. But then you get the giant bear at the end, the Bebo, which was voiced by Ryan Reynolds. So, I mean, they really went out and got a lot of people for this crossover. And in my opinion, it was great. If they can do it on the show, they should be able to do it in theaters. But for some fucking reason, they can't figure that shit out. But
irons in the fire there. But what I what I liked most about it is that as it ended, it tied everything together. And now everybody's on one Earth. So
everybody's
now, There's never needs to be like a crossover event because they're all in the same space.
Yeah. Everybody's on the same Earth now. And now, after this, they've gone in and mapped it out for everybody, too, so they can show you where everybody lives now. Mm-hmm. Because, like, Star City and all of that on different Earths, but now they're all together. Like Kara is from a completely different Earth. Black Lightning's from a completely different Earth. So all these people are here, and they've gone and mapped out where everybody lives for you. I think it's on The Flash, last episode of The Flash. They show you where everybody lives. But at the very end, when they're talking about the Earths coming back, and they show you like the Justice Society, you got Stars and Stripe. Looked like Our Man was in there. Then they showed you Green Lantern from the movie. You saw Oa. They went into all of the DC stuff, and they showed you everything.
It does look like some stuff is still separate, though. I don't think everything that's on TV in the DC universe is all on the same Earth. I think there's still other ones that are on different.
Are there?
I think so.
Well,
from what I saw.
I mean, they brought in Lucifer, and that was a completely different network. I mean, it's on Netflix now. They brought him in, so I'm assuming, hopefully, Lucifer survived. I mean, he's the devil.
If he's the devil, I'm pretty sure he's still kicking it.
You know, he was on Earth 666. It kind of blew up, but I'm pretty sure he figures that way out. But you have Constantine, the Birds of Prey, like all of that is there. Now, the one thing Warner Brothers has said is that they will not allow them to use any more of the Founding Seven on TV shows.
Okay.
So they got away with Barry because they wanted a Flash TV show, and then they got away with Superman because they brought in Supergirl, and that was on a different network at the time. So they've said that they don't want any more of the founding members, which is why they've probably said no to the Green Lantern, even though they teased it, and it's why you probably didn't see anything with Aquaman, anything with Wonder Woman. So it'd be nice if they tied everything in. Having the Flash from the movie in there was kind of cool.
Yeah, that was pretty. I'd seen it before. I'd seen the actual episodes.
Oh, okay.
But that was a pretty cool touch, I thought.
Yeah, it was really cool to see the two of them together. I still think the TV Flash is better than the movie Flash. He just plays a better Barry Allen. Like the Ezra kid, he seems like he's always got a question that he can't figure out how to ask. Whereas Barry Allen from the fucking TV show, he's just like, yeah, I'm Barry. Just off. But you know, anyways, in my opinion, this was probably one of the greatest crossovers ever. It was a lot of fan service. Like they went out of their way for the fan service. But I thought it was fucking great.
It wasn't bad. It wasn't my favorite thing I've ever watched, but it did help pass a good 6 hours. So I'll give it that.